All right, in our last episode, we left the Pipeline Road Jungle Camp because we were out of food. And we're hungry, so we're going to get something to eat before we even try to find a place to buy some groceries out here in this little town. But let's get some food and then see what we can get into. So we wanted to go into the Gamboa Rainforest Reserve where there's an aerial tram and stuff like that, but it is todo cerrado. Closed. But there's also a boat tour you can do here that we've heard about that will take you out to a really cool place. And we're gonna go over here and see if we can find a boat captain that might take us out there tomorrow, right, Curt?
Yeah, not today. I'm spent, but hopefully tomorrow we can get on this Laguna Gatun, Lake Gatun, G-A-T-U-N, and go out to a snow set, a really cool place.
But you guys gotta wait to see where we're going, if we can find a captain to take us there. All right, so we drove up there, and something that has been lacking in Panama, the guys come running up offering us the tour on the boat. So we will be going at 8 o'clock in the morning, and we're gonna go back to our trusty little campsite. It was nice where we got to walk the kitties and stuff. So we're gonna go relax the rest of the day because Curt hiked a gazillion miles today. Probably do a little bit of computer work, and then we'll see you guys first thing in the morning to go to the exciting place on the boat. So we pulled up here at our campsite, and those giant, cute, hamster-looking creatures. Rodents. I think they're like baby capybaras. Anyway, we still have to figure out what they're called. But Vanna and G just think they're the coolest thing ever. Good morning, guys. When we first woke up, it was raining. We thought we weren't going to get to do our fun boat ride. But the
Little rain delay.
Little rain delay. But the rain seems to be over, and we are headed to the boat ramp to take y'all to what we hope is the really fun place.
Monkey, monkey, monkey.
You told them.
Mano, mano, mano.
Going to a place called Monkey Island. Let's go.
We're headed down here for a little boat ride. We're going out to Monkey Island. Snow's zigzagging back and forth down this hill. But guys, we're going for a boat ride in the Panama Canal. And we are going out to Monkey Island. So we're gonna see all sorts of cool different monkeys. Hopefully. You never know with nature, but anyway, that's where we're headed. Looking forward to it. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now officially in the Canal de Panama, the Panama up Canal. You can see a big ship coming down here. It's pretty cool. They're doing work along the shore. A lot of tugboats harbored up here. We stayed up in this little town of Gumbo? I don't know why we can never pronounce the cities. But anyway, we parked the van up here, free and safe parking, in amongst the birds. And we also went up into the jungle and parked amongst the monkeys and the nature. And so that was super cool. But that was last episode. In this episode, we're going looking for monkeys.
have pulled off of the canal. We're headed back into the brushy part. We might be here, Kurt. We might be out around the monkeys.
We might be where the monkeys are. It looks like we're on an island. We're slowing down. Look up in the trees.
All right, we've spotted a few up in the trees. Let's see if they'll come out. Our captain is calling them, guys, and we have pulled right up onto the island. Our captain speaks no English, so we don't really know what to expect here.
I know that you're curious, I know that you're strong, but life can be furious and things can go wrong. You go, we're better off tomorrow, but who knows if we get joy or sorrow. Stay true to that fire in your heart and your soul. Don't drench your desire in what you can't control. We fly, try so hard to get there, and we might be lost but not forever.
So we've seen a few cappuccino monkeys out here, and I know back in the States y'all don't call them cappuccino monkeys, but in some of the Latin American countries it actually translates to cappuccino, and I've called them cappuccino monkeys since I was little. So there, y'all can call them cappuccines, but I think I'm gonna keep calling them cappuccinos because I like it. But anyway, there is supposed to be another kind of monkey out here that we have not seen yet. We don't know if we're gonna see him, but we've heard this is our best chance of getting to see him. So fingers crossed, guys, that we find this new monkey that we've never seen. In the meantime, guys, while we're out here looking for monkeys, we are deep in the middle of a very thick rainforest, right, Kurt?
Yeah, on the Panama Canal in Lake Gatun.
This is the kind of place they'd drop you off for a series of Naked and Afraid.
Yeah.
Alright, guys, we saw a few of the cappuccinos. We did not get to see the really cool other monkey, so that's a bit of a bummer. But we got to ride in a boat on the Panama Canal passing giant ships. And you guys know we come from a construction background, so getting to watch them do some work on the canal and seeing how that thing works on this part of the canal is pretty cool. We'll have to see how the rest of it works when we get closer to the city. So this road we're on is the road that basically services that work area of the canal out there in Gamboa. And right now it's servicing all of that construction we showed you on the boat tour, where they're bringing in all the rocks to safe up the shore there. And those trucks loaded with the rocks just destroying this road. I mean, it is a mess. But we only have about 10 more miles of this. Alright, so we are headed to another little town that we think is a little bit bigger than Gamboa, where we think, we don't know, we think we might be able to see some of the locks and dams for the canal work from here. So we're gonna go down here and see. Alright guys, we're trying to figure out how to get up and see the lock system of the Panama Canal. Curt walked up and asked. We don't think this is the place because it looks pretty secure, but let's see what he found out. And here he comes.
Alright.
Alright, here we go.
Here's the stakes. This is the worker entry, so all this is secure private. The entrance where we went to park, that is for the observation deck, and that is down there, and it's free and it's open. He said, however, the ships aren't going to start showing up till around 3. So he recommended coming back for then. So if we went up there to observe, we'd only be looking at the river.
Okay.
So that's where we're at. We still need groceries.
So let's
and
go.
we need fuel. So maybe
Let's
we go
go
do
find
that
groceries and fuel and come back.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We're headed into the city to kind of start scoping out locations for where we will stay while the van is getting ready to get shipped, and to find a grocery store. So
Continue on Avenida de las Martires for 1.5
hopefully the
kilometers.
Google doesn't send us in circles like she's known to do.
I gotta be honest, I don't know about you guys, but I frequently break out in the song, Van Halen song, Panama. I can't sing too good, but it's always on my mind.
Sorry, guys. We're trying to get to the viewing platform where we can watch the lock system as these ships go through the canal, but we got stuck in traffic, so it's gonna be, I don't know, we're gonna try to park and Kurt's gonna try to hustle up there.
So we're here at the locks, and they just pulled this boat in there. Actually, it's been sitting there for a minute, but they've been hooking these little trains on there. So if you can see right towards the back of this ship, there's like a little train. There's 2 up in the front, and the boat is hooked to those, and it's pulling it up in the channel. I'm sure that's so it doesn't move back and forth. Those things look pretty heavy, but they're pulling that boat into the canal. You can see on the other side, there's a couple boats in there in the lock already. I'm sure they're gonna cram as many as they can in here before they change the water level.
The Panama Canal is a 51-mile-long artificial canal that connects the Atlantic and the Pacific Oceans. It keeps vessels from having to sail around the tip of South America, which of course saves money and time for the ships. But it is also much safer because the tip of South America is known to have some of the most dangerous sailing waters in the world. The canal is considered to be one of the 7 man-made wonders of the world and is visited by over 2,000 foreign visitors daily. Of course, those numbers are not counted during COVID times, but I digress. France started construction of the canal in 1881, but stopped due to engineering problems and especially a really high mortality rate in their workers. 22,000 Frenchmen died during the construction, mainly due to malaria and yellow fever. The United States took over construction in 1904 and opened the canal in 1914. The USA maintained complete control of the canal until 1979, when control of the canal was passed to the Panama Canal Agency, which was a joint agency of the USA and the Panama government. In 1999, complete control of the canal was given to Panama. In order to keep up with the manufacture of the much larger cargo ships in today's world, expanded lock systems were constructed, and they opened in 2016. 14,000 ships use the canal each year, and they have to pay a toll to use the canal. A 50-foot private sailing yacht will pay around $2,000 to go through the canal. One of the large mega cargo ships will pay upwards of $1 million to pass through the canal. In 2020, the canal tolls totaled over $2.6 billion, which is 12% of Panama's GDP for that year. So I would say the canal is a mega moneymaker for Panama, but it's also pretty cool to look at. So guys, the original plan was to put the van inside one of these containers. We would need to get a 40-foot long high top and still have to do quite a bit of work. we would need to take the attic completely off, the fans completely off, either reduce the air in the tires significantly, or maybe even put on small plywood wheels to fit into a container. And we've just opted to go the other route, haven't we, Curt?
Yeah, I think we're just too big for a container. We thought initially we could squeeze in there, but after talking to the shipping agent and whatnot, it's just not going to be feasible for us. And so, really nervous about roll on, roll off, but that's what we have to do.
Yeah, guys, when you roll on, roll off, you actually leave your van at the port with the customs agents and you give them your keys. So they will be able to get into the driver's seat and drive your van onto the ship. So there's a lot of cases of people getting stuff stolen out of their vans. So you have to do the best you can to protect it up. And that's what we need to start working on next week, is how we're going to secure the house part of our van while we leave it at customs. So it's going to be a hectic time for us as we get ready for this, and that's what we really need to start getting all our ducks in a row for. So that's why we're here in the city, guys, but we still have a couple of days. So our campsite tonight is nothing glamorous. It's actually parked on a dead-end road behind a Radisson hotel here in the city. But honestly, we're just kind of wore out and not wanting to look for anywhere else, and there's a lot of overlanders that say this is a great place.
And G's ready to park too.
Yeah.
He keeps letting us know.
Yeah, G's ready for the driving day to be over. So we're passing the Radisson, and you come down this little road right behind it, and there's another overlander. This is a dead-end road behind the Radisson, where tons and tons of overlanders have parked throughout the years. And that's where we're gonna park tonight.
You've arrived.
Good morning, guys. We've got some reconnaissance to do today. It's coming up on a pretty anxious time in our van life journey. We have to get ready to put the van on a ship to ship it to Colombia. And I know we've been talking about it a little bit, but there are some serious logistics that go into this, a lot of planning, a lot of uncertainty. So today, it's time to start getting some of our ducks really in a row. Right, Curt?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to go maybe look a little bit more at the canal while we look for a place, because guys, we actually have to move out of the van because the shipping process takes so long. So we got to find a place to move to for a little while and just start getting ready. So let's go.
Yep.
So we're just kind of strolling around in the van. There's a lot of cool roads here that jet out into the bay or the ocean, or we're right on the edge of the canal. And they've done a nice job of making this a very pretty area just to be able to ride your car out here. So maybe if the weather holds and we get the bikes charged up, this might be a good place to ride the bikes later. We'll have to see. It does rain a lot here.
So this right here is the actual canal where it dumps into the Pacific coast. And so if you're a boat wanting to go up the Panama Canal, it looks like this right here is the waiting parking lot for boats. There's a ton of big cargo ships over there. And over here to the left of this peninsula is sort of a bay looking back at Panama City, which is really cool skyline view. And you can also see, it looks like it's a little marina with the port. There's all sorts of sailboats and other types of boats out there that are moored up. And I bet when we get up here, we're gonna find out there's a big marina. So let's go check it out.
All right, guys, that ride out to the marina was a decision maker for us. We are for sure getting the bikes out and riding down there in the morning. But the rest of this day is gonna be spent on doing the logistics, getting this van ready to ship to Colombia. And that starts with finding an apartment or a hotel for us to move into for 4 to 8 days. We don't really know because the shipping schedules are so fluid and you never know exactly when you have to take your van to the ship till like 2 days before. So It's not as easy as just moving into a little hotel room because we have the kitty cats and we have the van. And we're in a big city, so the hotels almost all have parking garages. So we have to find a hotel or an Airbnb that will take 2 cats and our gigantic van. Online, this place we're headed to fits the bill, but we're about to go and put our eyes on it. Kurt's gonna go in and talk to him and see if this is the place for us. If not, we'll have to keep looking. All right, guys, Kurt agrees. It does not live up to the online pictures. It will work if it has to, but we've got time today, and this is what we planned on doing today. We're gonna try to find a few other places to look at.
In Panama, none of the first spots are working out for us, so
No.
it's like 2 or 3 spots, sometimes 4 before we
Yeah.
before
And
we find our
something
spot.
we haven't addressed with you guys yet is we're in the city, so of course everything costs more, but the shipping is incredibly expensive. And right now there's a worldwide shipping crisis, issue, shortage, whatever you want to call it. So the shipping is way more than we had budgeted. It's okay because it's got to be done, but it's literally almost double what we thought it would be. Just shipping the van from here to Colombia is going to cost us around $4,000. We will tell you the exact amount when we have, everything and we've paid it all and we have the receipts, but that's what we're thinking. So the budget for where we're going to stay for this 6 to 8 days matters a lot too. So let's go look at some other places. We have found a hotel. It looks maybe like there might be parking for the van. Kurt is checking it out. All right, Kurt is back. Let's see.
Woo. This one has parking. It's got a nice pool. Comes with breakfast. It's $600 for the week, so it's within our budget. They allow pets. No kitchen.
Okay.
No microwave, no refrigerator, nothing. It's a hotel room.
Okay, well,
He said there's a place around here he thinks it'll check all the boxes. He said it's Torre de Albas or something around
all right,
here.
let's put it in the map.
So we'll see.
The search continues, guys.
This is a good potential, but doesn't check all the boxes.
We need a kitchen. If it was just a night or two, we would not need the kitchen, but
For a week.
a week in the city of eating out would be very, very expensive.
Torres de Albas.
There we go, G. We're still looking, buddy. We're still looking. All right, so we found a place to temporarily park the van right next door. We're gonna go in and check out the hotel. If the hotel works out, we might try to work a deal with those people to park the van for 3 or 4 days. So let's go see. All right, so this place looks like a winner. It's got a living room, a bedroom, nice showers, a kitchen, and a washing machine, which is really cool. It comes with breakfast, and it has a pool. The pets are allowed. The only thing is parking. All right, we're gonna check out one more neighborhood before we call it quits on the apartment hunting for the day. We're going out to what I think they kind of call Old Town, and we're going through a very interesting part of the city to get there. So we're gonna go see what this neighborhood looks like and see how the parking is out here. This is supposed to be kind of a touristy area, so let's go see. So the neighborhood is definitely improving, but the roads are also getting smaller. Parking is a must, but we're gonna go check it out. So we decided to look for one more place before we called it a day of apartment hunting. And we have walked down here, we've parked down the road and walked down to where we think this Airbnb is. We're pretty sure it's right here on this alley, up on the 3rd floor in this historical section of Panama City. Down here on the water with little boutiques and restaurants all around and little gatos. So guys, we're going to research this place a little bit more on the Airbnb But there's a parking lot around the corner that will work. And I just think if we got to be stuck in the city, it might as well be somewhere cool like this. So we've gone to the Metropolitan Park here, which is pretty much starts in the center of the city. And then kind of branches out into more of the, you know, the natural area here in Panama. But you can get to the park from the city, so that's where we're at. We're at the visitor center. And what we are hoping is, if you remember the monkeys that we wanted to see when we went on the boat tour that we missed, they also have some that live here in this park. And you may be wondering, well, I thought y'all were supposed to be out looking for apartments. Well, we liked that area of that last apartment, and that is 90% going to be where we are going to probably stay. We were able to park in the little lot next door for $10 a day, which is not bad. The price is right at the very top of our budget, but it is in the budget. So we know we have a place. And now we're going to research a little bit more online, but we can do that tonight. And we're going to research that area around that apartment we were just at and see if anything else pops up. But we don't really know the exact dates, and we won't for several more days, so there's no need to be in a hurry on that. And that means we have some time to play, and we're going to see about maybe finding these monkeys. Anything good?
Yeah, some good news. The mono titis, which are the little new monkeys that we haven't seen yet,
Yeah?
are here. But he said there's no way we're going to see them at this time of day. We have to come back in the morning.
Okay.
They open at 6:30 a.m. He said, be here. There's a series of about 3 loop trails. Each of them are about 45 minutes. So, but one of them leaves from here and then up the way. So we'll probably go check it out, figure out where we're going to park, and then we'll come back and hopefully we can see those tomorrow.
So tomorrow morning we'll see the monkeys and then maybe go back and do the bike rides.
Maybe, yeah.
All right. So back to our camp spot, do a little work.
Yep.
But we're going to scope it out of parking first so we know right where to go in the morning.
Yeah. And we've been doing a lot of running around.
Yeah.
And we've been taking you guys through a lot of different things. So it's probably a good idea to wind the episode down right now. And on the next episode, we're going to show you, hopefully, we're going to look for
the elusive monkey.
Yeah, the monkeys. They don't have whales here yet. But we haven't 100% given up. So.
All right. With that, guys, we'll see y'all in a few days. Cheers. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you guys know when we put out new videos. And don't forget, you can always follow us over on Instagram to see what's going on in between videos. Cheers, guys.